right to reply का अधिकार है।
Sir, given the salience and significance of this important legislation, a couple of minutes may be spared for me. Madam, first of all, I will appreciate your endeavor to convince the House. But the fact is, there is a slip between cup and the leaf. It has to be admitted, it has to be acknowledged. Madam, yes, it is true that IBC is not a code of recovery, as you have said. But it is brought for enhancing the insolvency resolution and ensure the just nature of procedures at the vicinity of the insolvency. Therefore, I am talking about the justice of the provision in the bill. In this bill, there is no justice, and it is very much partial in nature towards corporates. Second thing, Madam, I am simply to buttress your legislative muscle, nothing else. A very dangerous assumption that every companies are affected badly by COVID-19 and everyone will be pushing for insolvency. This is a generalized assumption without consideration to subjectivity of the situation. The subjectivity of this can vary as the incidence of COVID-19 is not same on all companies. Also, not everyone will run for insolvency in the wake of the pandemic. It is important that they have different options to rely upon. In this regard, you have stated that number of nations have adopted various procedures, various measures. I will simply suggest you, please go through the World Bank groups in its report COVID-19. Outbreak implication on corporate and individual insolvency has suggested other measures like establishing informal out-of-court or hybrid workout frameworks, encouraging e-filings, virtual court hearings, and out-of-court solution in insolvency cases, etc., which are not focused by the government. To shield vulnerable businesses from all quarters, India could emulate the Singapore model so that India could have taken inspiration from Singapore's COVID-19 Temporary Measures Act 2020. Second thing, here also some members cited Germany, US, etc. When the scourge of COVID-19 was just beginning to surface in Europe, Germany suspended insolvency filing obligation for 6 months like India, but also extended lines of credit, providing liquidity guarantees as well as an economic grant for businesses to the tune of £750 billion. The economic package announced by India's finance minister contains direct bailouts only for MSME by providing an emergency credit line. Sir, ho gaya. Collateral-free loans. This excludes the remaining companies from the infusion of much-needed liquidity for possible recapitalization that will help maintain solvency. Danish government has decided to compensate for some of the fixed costs that a cash-strapped company may have to pay. So these are the issues I am simply flagging your attention. And Madam, if it's possible, would you be able to cite the names of those willful defaulters, at least 1 to 10, so that we can also understand the, gravity of the situation and the significance of the situation, if it is possible to you. Last but not the least, Madam, I have not told that this kind of ordinances should not be promulgated. I have tangentially referred this issue, but in general, the notion of the government, the practice of the government, being persuaded that in each and every issue, promulgation of ordinance has become the practice. That is why my initial remark, I objected to this kind of practice. But certainly, it should be used as an exception, not as a rule. That is my suggestion to you.